Hello everyone, it's Darkseeker here again. Welcome back for another video and happy Saturday to all of you. I hope you're all having a fantastic weekend. So today we're playing FCBoogax's Renolock deck. Now over the last few weeks I've featured two other Renolock decks on my channel. I've played Hijo's Renolock deck that had Blood River Gul'dan in it, but no N'Zoth, and it had Wax Elemental in it. And Wax Elemental was really great if you were facing Kingsbane Rogues, because it would block a couple of hits with the weapon, allow you a chance to stabilise on the board and build up a board and make a comeback into the game. So it's pretty cool. I also featured Poison's Renolock deck. That was a more greedy version of Renolock, but super fun to play. It had Cruel the Unshackled in it, so you could throw your demons out onto the board from your hand. And it also had Skull of the Minari, so the theme of the deck was cheating out those big demons. So today we are trying out a third Renolock deck, and it is FCBoogax's deck. Now FCBoogax, I think, found this deck somewhere online, but changed a couple of cards. I think he added Envoy Rustwicks and made some other change that I don't recall. But since he changed the cards, as far as I'm concerned, this is now his deck. Yes, this is FCBoogax's Renolock deck featuring Sludge Belcher! Yes, that's right, Sludge Belcher in this deck. A return to the days of Naxxramas. Yes, Nax is out, everyone! No, it's so good to see Sludge Belcher here. Sludge Belcher was, at one point in Hearthstone history, the best taunt in the game, bar none. Right now, there are probably other taunts that are somewhat better. I would argue that Kartut Defender, because of the healing value, is better than Sludge Belcher. But the thing about Belcher is it's still a double-layered taunt that costs 5. Being double-layered, that is really good against aggro. Okay, it takes more to deal with it, to get rid of it, and then it just gives you an opportunity to buy a bit more time. The other inclusion in this deck, of course, is Tickatus, and in this video we're going to be going up against a Jade Druid. So if there ever was a reason to play Tickatus fairly in a Hearthstone game, it would be against a Jade deck, surely, right? Given that they can shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. The question is, how many Tickatuses is enough? That's the question. I'll leave you to think about that question as we have a look at this deck in action now on the Wild Mode ladder. Here we go.
The forest fights back.
I feel your roots in the deep, awakening the nightmare.
Awakening the Nightmare. Such a glorious set of voice emotes there from N'Zoth. Absolutely love this hero. I really do.
Armor! Lightly used armor.
For me, this is the best hero in the game. So, Mr. Druid, giving you some armor. How generous of us. That's a fantastic pickup.
Break it, you fire.
The problem, though, with Voidcaller in this deck is it can pull Tickatus from your hand. In some games, that's not a bad thing. In some games, you just need big pressure on the board, and Tickatus is a solid body. Can provide good pressure. But in other games, you want to take advantage of the battle cry.
Break it, you fire.
Oh dear, there he is. Yeah, in games like this, you probably want to take advantage of the battle cry and not have the body just pulled onto the board. So we can take a gamble with Voidcaller, we can play it, and we can just hope that we win the gamble. There is a 1 in 3 chance
Break it, you fire.
that Tickatus gets pulled. So if our RNG is good, if the Hearthstone gods have blessed us and are looking favourably upon us, then Tickatus doesn't get pulled, but behold, into a taunt.
Break it, you fire.
So,
Side effects?
Vargoth. Can't deal with it.
Trust me.
This could be problematic. The worst result for us here would be perhaps an armor gain card here, replicated twice by Vargoth. Oh wow, they're actually killing it! Oh, okay. That's very fortunate. That's incredibly fortunate. But what was the purpose of killing it? Oh, so they could kill it again. Alright. The opponent has ways to deal with our big demons.
I am only more deadly.
Although, there's another big demon on the board. Behold! Into which minion? Oh! Behold! Into kill yourself. Fantastic.
Blood for blood.
Bliss like steel.
Yeah, so I am curious about that play, killing the Void Caller. Is it ever a good idea? To kill a Void Caller on your turn. I guess they thought they could just deal with what came out with the Spellstones. I guess they thought they were okay. They felt they had the tools to deal with the big demon early. I guess it's fair enough. There's also the possibility in the early game that if a Void Caller is down on the board, that there are no demons in hand. So if you kill it, perhaps it pulls nothing. Although in my case I played Sense Demons, so they knew there was something in hand. Okay, Poison Seeds number 1 is gone. Well, we've got nothing else to do here. We may as well play Zephyrus.
This is my suggestion.
Now, Bloodlust would not be lethal on this board, so I guess we didn't get offered it. Doomhammer, by the way, would have been cute, but I like the idea of a sticky board. And Soul of the Forest is very sticky here. This is good. But yes, if they play Poison Seeds... Oh god, what the hell is that? Really? That is pretty cute. Huh. I saw Kun and I panicked. I just had visions of Aviana, Togwaggle. Okay. This is fine. We can deal with this. Right, sorry. Going back to my original point. Poison Seeds. If they play it before your N'Zoth, if they play it before Gul'dan, you're happy. So we can just look forward to one more Poison Seeds getting played, and it'll be fine. Wow. So, okay, if they were playing Clowns, they were going to play Survival of the Fittest, but we are nearly dead. Just like that, we are nearly dead. Can you imagine? Well, how many of these clowns can we kill here? Math is hard. No, just one clown dies. I mean, we have Godfrey, but we need to heal. The question is it Reno? Or is it something else? I think it has to be Reno. But now we can kill the second clown. I forgot about the broomstick. Good old broomstick.
How much?
Such a powerful card. Some would argue too powerful. It can just turn the tide of a game instantly. So, the 11 damage there from Kun is going face for sure, right? You never trade with a Treant.
The circle of life is over.
Interesting. So, taunts to protect Kun. Now I'm looking at Godfrey. And I'm looking at the potential for Godfrey to clear the board. Although that Kun at 11 health could be difficult. So maybe it's not Godfrey. We need to corrupt the Tickatus. Now, Kargath Prime, this is going to help do that. And give us some armor. But we've got other options. We have Sludge Belcher. And I like the Belcher. So this play develops 2 taunts of the board. We get a little bit of healing. We get to kill one of their minions. I like this. We don't corrupt the Tickatus. But we have time to do that. And we have to ask ourselves the question, when is the best time to play Tickatus? Do we play Tickatus early in the hopes of taking out Jade Idols? Or do we play Tickatus later if they've started shuffling Jade Idols? Tickatus could also take out other big cards in their deck. Like another Carnival Clown could be taken out. If they're playing corrupt cards, then Yash Raj is a possibility. Wow, UI. For 9. Such good value.
Death is eternal. My turn is not.
There it is. Jade Idol. Shuffled. Alright, let's corrupt Tickatus now. Kargath Prime. I love this card, by the way. The entrance. Look at that. That's so awesome. Alright, I'm not tapping. I don't feel the need to. Ooh, he goes face. Oh. Yogg-Saron, Master of Fate. Random spells. Okay, here we go. Well, that's good. That's fine. That clears the board. Okay. Don't care about that. Fine. Fine. Okay. What's that secret? Fine, fine, fine. Heal my face. Thank you very much. Okay. That was underwhelming for the opponent. That was good for us. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we can mill. Ooh, I was not expecting Mirror Entity. Okay. Okay. Good. 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 Very good. Sure. Good. Okay. Well, Yash Raj has been milled. It's gone. This is brilliant. This means we are now safe from the clowns. Or from more clowns. Excellent. That went very well. So we knew that the opponent was likely to still be able to shuffle Jade Idols back into the deck. But that's okay, because we have Pressure, we have N'Zoth, we have Gul'dan. It's fine. We have Tickatus still. And Bran, by the way, is still alive on the board. They're leaving Bran up. And that is precisely why you do not leave Bran up on the board. Zola. But first, let us do some Tickatus magic. So 6 health and 6 damage. Sure, why not? I'm looking for Mystic Wool. Through friendly minions and 10 armor. No Mystic Wool. That makes me sad. But this play is the important one.
Death does not scare me. I'm out of cards. For her next act, world domination.
Bit more shuffling. Well, we have the Godfrey. Godfrey's just a board clear here. So we just do it. I was thinking about Defile. Was there a fancy way of making Defile work? But why bother doing the calculation?
There is so much untapped power in this world.
I mean, Godfrey is just such an easy clear. So, 2 more Tickatuses still to come. The opponent knows they're going to be coming. So you may ask the question, what is the point of Tickatus here? When the opponent can just keep on shuffling. Ooh, and 4 clowns. Very spicy. Potion is fine here, I think. We can do 6 damage, clear the board, go face. But yeah, what is the point of Tickatus if they just keep shuffling the Jade Idols? Well, you burn those cards, it's just going to keep forcing the opponent to keep shuffling again and again, as opposed to developing Jade Idols on the board. I think that is the strategy here with the double Tickatus that we still have left to play. Keep the opponent on the back foot. They just feel that they need to keep shuffling to keep their deck full, to avoid fatigue. And as a result, they're developing less on the board with their idols. And the idols are small. I mean, the golems are rather small. I mean, that's a 3/3. I mean, that is tiny. We don't feel concerned at all. Oh! Another clown! Excellent! I don't know if tapping was a good idea there. Actually, I probably should have traded,
I'm almost out of cards.
got the Prime in the deck, and then tapped to see if I could draw the Canrathed Prime. Anyway. More shuffling. That's fine. I'm just going to burn those Jade Idols again. So not giving the opponent an opportunity to be developing. Yeah, they just have to shuffle again. They cannot develop. Meanwhile, we're developing double Tickatus on this board. That's going to hit face. That's a lot of damage. And it is worth noting that we've not even developed N'Zoth or Gul'dan. Another opportunity for a Canrathed Prime to be shuffled into our deck, so more Prime value. Oh, Tree of Life. Well, they survive another turn. Interesting.
Sangomar strains, the reservoir remains.
Punishment!
Serve or die.
Oh, look. That's useful.
I'm almost out of cards.
If my plays seem a little disjointed, I am playing with my left hand. So if my plays are a little slow, a little sluggish on the board.
You win. I can rest now.
But that was enough for the win. Triple Tickatus. Feels good. Okay. So, FCBoogax's Renolock deck. What a crazy game against the Jade Druid there. And that version of Jade Druid with corrupt cards, it's not something that you see very often on the wild ladder, so it was really good to test this deck against that. But really what won us the game was the triple Tickatus, burning those Jade Idols and forcing the opponent to have to shuffle again the following turn just to get something back into their deck. And they never really got a chance to go strong on the board with the idols, and as a result of that, we outpressured them. Even if they'd managed to grow their idols to some significant size, we still had Gul'dan, we still had N'Zoth, and we still had some pretty good prime value in our deck. So that could still have turned the game into our favour, or to our favour rather. Was very excited to have played Sludge Belcher in that game. I just have a soft spot for that card. I remember playing it when it first came out in 2014 with Max Ramus, and it's been one of my favourite cards in Hearthstone for all those years, and you don't see it played anymore in decks, so I was just happy to be able to play it again in this deck. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do I think of this deck? A lot of fun to play. It's just a good, solid Renolock deck, right? And the thing about Reno decks is they are flexible. You can tech cards in, you can tech cards out, right? If you want to put in Wax Elemental because you're facing lots of Kingsbane rogues, then absolutely follow Hijo's guidance and put in Wax Elemental. Also, you could be nice to your opponent with this deck and take out Tickatus. Tickatus is getting a lot of hate at the moment, and I can understand why. It's not a very fair card. It's not nice to play against. I think it burns too many cards, and I'd like to see Tickatus nerfed so that it's either more expensive, so you can't combo it with Bran, or it burns fewer cards, or it burns cards from your deck and the opponent's deck. I think maybe that would be fairer. However, in the context of the game that we saw in this video against Jade Druid, I would argue that Tickatus was quite fair, actually. We did not put the Jade Druid in a position where both of their Jade Idols were completely milled, so they couldn't do any shuffling. Instead, what happened is the Druid had shuffled, we used Tickatus to burn cards in their deck, and we were forcing them to shuffle again. We burned some more cards, force another set of shuffling. So really what we were doing was just keeping them on the back foot. And I think that was fine to do. After all, Jade Druids have this endless shuffling. They'll never ever hit fatigue. So Tickatus was kind of a counter to that, without burning them out completely, because they still had the opportunity to shuffle again. Does that make sense? I have rambled there, but I hope that argument made some kind of sense. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. Thank you to FCBoogax for the deck. And I will wish you a wonderful weekend. I hope wherever you are, you're staying safe. I hope you're keeping well. And I hope you are being good to one another. So until next time, take care, ladies and gentlemen. And I will see you all again very soon, as always, for more Wild Mode fun.